Yes, nonsense and analysis. Hi to everyone. Yeah, today actually I was very much attracted to this event. Um, it's the 2025 African Schools Individual Chess Championship, and yeah, so South African juniors are continuing to have very good results in this particular tournament. Um, Jorah Soojay scored a fantastic result. I mean, 9 out of 9. 9 out of 9 in any tournament is brilliant, of course. And so yeah, the field. I'm just going to read the ratings of the players he played against. Okay, so the first two players were didn't have an elo rating. Then he beat a 1569 from Kenya, a 1711 from Zimbabwe. And the game we're going to look at is from round five against Davis Mwegama from Zambia. He beat Jan Whelan from South Africa, 1843. Uh, Beat players with 1816, 1923, 1929, excuse me. So a very nice result, and actually he gains 68.8 points. Incredible. That will take him over 2000 elo. Well done. And yeah, it's a good trend to see. More players doing very well, South African players. So let's have a look at this game. He played this game against with the Black Pieces against Davis Mwekama from Zambia, 1828 player. Okay, let's start. So E4, E6, D4, D5, and E takes D5. This is the exchange variation. And because of the pawn structure, it immediately means that white would love to exchange the black squared bishop because it would be blocked by its own pawn, and black would love to exchange their light squared bishop. So okay, let's see what happens. Bishop D3, knight C6, pawn to C3, bishop D6, knight E2. So immediately white shows their intention. So what they want to play is bishop f4. Bishop f4 to exchange their bad bishop. Actually, this is very interesting because there was a game that Alekhine played. Alexander Alekhine, fourth world champion. In the 20s, not sure about the exact date, he played against Winter. And Winter was white, Alekhine black. You can have a look at the game. And Alekhine played here queen h4 to stop bishop f4, which is a very fantastic idea. Because if white plays g3, of course, then white would be weakening all the light squares around on the king side. And the game, there was just, I think, knight d2, bishop g4 was then played after knight d2, and so on, So that was an interesting way for Alekhine to play, and I think it is possibly the right way forward, which shows again, the knowledge of classical games is very important. So yeah, Jorah played 97, allowing the opponent to play bishop f4. Okay, so the train smash. Bishop e6, castles, knight g6, bishop g3, and now queen d7. So both players developing a4, sensible move, because white feels that maybe black wants to castle queenside, right? And then white can launch an attack there and get counterplay. Knight c7 is played, knight a3, pawn to c6, queen d2, and f5. Well, yes, I am not a fan. I'm not a big fan of f5 because black, I feel that black is making weaknesses on the squares unnecessarily. White uh, believed black, should we say, and played f4. But I mean, I think just bishop takes d6 for me would be sensible enough. And after queen takes d6, maybe then I play f4. But the issue is that I have gotten rid of my bad bishop and I've exchanged your good bishop. And we can see black squares are quite weak. The play would continue similar to the game, but I think here white has got a slight pull, of course, in this position. Um, Also due to the fact that white may, as a possibility, play the move c4, because yeah, many weak squares in black's position and white could accelerate the play. That was possible. However, f4 was played. Castles, knight c2. So now uh, both players must start making plans, and I was quite impressed with how Jorah plays this position, because now it's important. What is not easy is that you need to try and find a home for most of your pieces, right? He plays king h8. It's a very nice move because he realizes that the knight on e7 is not so great. So would like to play the knight to g8, then to f6, and then to e4. So the opponent does the same. Knight e1 wants to play knight f3, knight e5, plays knight g8, knight f3, knight f6, knight e5. Of course, we don't take queen e8, queen c2, knight e7, sensible, rook e1, and now jumps in knight e4. So excellent. So if we're to say, well, look, white also has got a knight on e5. What is the difference? I think the main difference is that black is able to maybe play two pawn breaks that black can try. Pawn going to c5, and the other one is the pawn going to g5. So yeah, I think he works here on c5, plays rook c8, and tries to stop c5. b6 is then played, bishop f2, and another nice idea, the knight goes to g8, because then, if I play knight f6, I could decide either to exchange and jump, like for example, knight takes f2. I'm making an example, right? And then jump knight e4, or I could play knight f6 and then knight g4. But either way, it's great to get the other knight involved. King goes to h1, knight f6, knight g1. Yeah, possibly here, meaning white, should have chosen bishop g1 maybe. But okay, it's not easy to say. c5 is played, as can be expected. We're trying to open up the c file, and takes on e5, knight g4, attacking the bishop on f2, and then grabs the pawn on b4. So winning the c file comes into effect, and now it's a question of technique. Cleaning up knight d2 is nice because the bishop on d4 would hang. Plays bishop f2, the queen takes f4, takes on f3, queen d2. Very good technique up to here. Knight e3, f4. Because remember, unfortunately for white, the bishop also attacks the rook on h3, so it picks up a piece, and the rest is easy, and white resigned. So yeah, well done, Jorah, for a very good result. I mean, 9 out of 9 is a brilliant result, and yeah, once again, it's actually quite good to see youngsters, South African youngsters, doing well outside South Africa. Brilliant. I think it's a good sign of things to come, and yeah, congratulations. So yeah, that really impressed me. I mean, that's a very nice result, and yeah, that's what I had for you this evening. Very, very nice strategic game, maneuvering. And yeah, there were also other very nice games that he played. But I like this game because it was more strategic and showing the qualities that he has, in his arsenal. So yeah, brilliant tournament, and brilliant result. And so yeah, with that, dear viewer, I will see you next time, please comment on some of the 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 aspects of some strategical play that we discussed, maybe tactical, I don't know, and share, like, and subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, till next time. Yeah, all I'll say for you to you right now is, well, checkmate.